All right, more on that then with John Nayland now, who's going to talk some more about the football. But first, John, the cricket overnight. England were in action against Scotland, so they're off the mark finally.
Yeah, I mean, let's put this into context. Scotland are not a world-renowned cricketing nation. They're actually the lowest-ranked team in England's group at the World Cup. But having said that, England needed a performance, they needed a win. And to some extent, they got it. They won by 119 runs. They made over 300, which is always a good landmark in one-day internationals. Moeen Ali made his century. He got 128, and Bell got a 50 in the highest opening wicket partnership since 1975 for England in the World Cup, which is no bad record to be having. You might have expected England to push on and make a bit of a better total, having got that fantastic start with Ali and Bell. They didn't make it, well, they got to 300, but they could have made maybe 340, 350. Scotland couldn't really push anywhere near to that. They only made 184. But the real test for England will come against Sri Lanka on Sunday, who aren't in great form themselves. England will be really hoping that they can make a big statement there.
Moving on to the football then, John. A big match for Chelsea this weekend, but they didn't beat Burnley, so 1-1 was the score there. And now Jose Mourinho is all over the back pages.
Of course, Chelsea dropped points. They have a bit of a bad result. And Mourinho, he comes out, makes a few pretty headline-grabbing comments. And all the stories are now about Jose. Of course, after the game, he just said to the press in the post-match TV interview, he just said 4 minutes, 30, 33, 43, 69, which covered 2 Chelsea penalty incidents, which they didn't get, and the Matic red card, which, of course, he then went on TV yesterday in an extended interview talking all about how Ashley Barnes was a horror challenge. Matic, perhaps if he was playing at another club, they might have been able to appeal that red card decision. And it was really reinforcing this them versus us attitude that he's building at Chelsea, saying that the world's against them, referees are against them. It'll be interesting to see if the FA come back and charge him in the aftermath of this interview, because he's had a few run-ins with them already this season. So I think they might come down on him like a ton of bricks.
Absolutely. It's very Ferguson-like, we were just saying, weren't we? Tottenham Hotspur, again, got out of jail yesterday, a 96th minute equaliser.
It was unbelievable, wasn't it? Last kick of the game, and
Unreal.
Sam Allardyce was not too happy about it. They drew 2-2 with West Ham. West Ham were 2-0 up with only 9 minutes left. Danny Rose got the first one, and then Harry Kane won a penalty. His penalty was saved, and then he scored with the last touch of the game in the 96th minute. And Sam Allardyce said, you know, he said, I'm really not sure how this would have worked, but he said after the penalty was saved, the final whistle should have just gone there, bang.
Which,
ridiculous. I don't think that would ever have happened.
I think the ref said there was 2 seconds or so left to go, so there we go. And then he said NFL time, which is when they stop the clock after every play.
I mean, it's a bit of a flippant comment perhaps from Sam Allardyce, but at the end of the day, Tottenham got their point, but they've dropped down in the league. They're now down to 7th, and that race for 4th is getting incredibly tight now. There's only 4 points between Arsenal in 3rd and Tottenham now in 7th.
And they beat Palace, Arsenal, this weekend, 2-1, so they're now 3rd.
Yeah, and they made a bit of hard work of it. You know, they scored 2, they looked to be fairly comfortable, and then Palace got one back quite late on and then hit the woodwork in injury time. So it could have been a different story there for Arsenal, but they got another win. They've only lost 1 in 9 now in all competitions, which is pretty good form. And as you say, up into 3rd in the tables, things are looking pretty decent.
And looking ahead just quickly to this week, Arsenal playing in the Champions League as well, aren't they?
Yeah, Arsenal have got Monaco in the Champions League. It's a really big week for London clubs. You've also got Tottenham playing Fiorentina in the Europa League. And then we've got the big one, the League Cup final, Chelsea Spurs. Looking forward to that.